Hi, this is Kristen, and today I wanted to introduce you to the Griffin Survivor Core. If you are looking for a slim case which can take big drops while still looking great on your phone, this may be the case for you. So Griffin says that this case meets or exceeds the mil-spec 810G standard, which means that it can take up to a 2-meter drop. And my understanding as to how they do that is that they have to drop it 26 times, hitting various parts of the phone, and that, or the phone in the case, and that it can't sustain any damage over those 26 drops. So 2 meters, 6 foot 6 inches, that is really quite a drop. It's more than you're ever likely to drop your phone. So this is definitely something to consider if you're looking for a slim and protective case. So just taking it out here, what we have is a clear backing, and you can get it with black rubber on the outside, white, or a purple color. It's a really lightweight case, I can tell you that right off. So let's get this paper out of here. There we go. And as you can see, it comes with, well, currently there's plastic on the back of this so that it will cut down on any kind of scratching that happens in transit. So I'm going to take off the plastic and I'm going to put it on my phone. Okay, so one of the things that I always like to do when I have phone cases lying about is to compare them. So before I put the Survivor Core on my phone, I thought that I would lay it down next to a couple other similar cases. One of them is the Griffin Identity case. The Identity is an ultra slim case, according to Griffin, and it protects against a 4-foot drop, but not a 6-foot drop. It's also a clear case. And then we have one of my favorite cases here, the Thule Atmos X3 for iPhone 6 Plus. Now the Atmos X3 also says it does a 2-meter drop, or 6 foot 6 inch drop. So they are similar in terms of level of claimed protection, although they're not actually very similar looking. The Thule Atmos X3 is not a clear case. It's not particularly thick, but the sides and the back of it have a pretty burly feel to it. You know, and it definitely gives you a more sporty look, I think, than, say, just a clear case. So looking here, we have all three of them lined up. Now the one in the middle here is our case of the day, the Survivor Core with the black around the edges. And then on the one edge we have the Griffin Identity, and then on the other edge we have the Thule Atmos X3. What I noticed looking at them all lined up is that the Griffin Survivor Core is actually the longest of the bunch because it has corners which give extra protection in the event of a drop by bowing out very slightly. And the smallest of the bunch is indeed the Griffin Identity case, but not by much. These are all pretty similarly sized cases. And then here's our Thule case. So, without further ado, I'm actually going to put it on the phone and we'll be able to compare. Okay, so here we go with our Griffin Survivor Core. Going around here to the edges. It's nice that they use a TPE rubber here, so you're not putting your phone into a hard plastic enclosure. So if you're kind of nervous about taking your phone in and out of cases like I am, that's a bit on the reassuring side, and it just snaps right in. Okay, so I've got it in here. Now, first impressions. Well, feels really nice, actually. I have to say, I tend to prefer a TPE rubber, which is that kind of harder rubber feeling, to the TPU, which is a slicker, softer feel. I think that the feel in the hand is much firmer and a little grippier. So right off, I prefer that on the Survivor Core to the Griffin Identity case, which has a softer TPU rubber. In that way, actually, the Survivor Core is similar to the Thule Atmos X3, our little blue case over here, because it also has a hard TPU rubber feel, which I've been quite partial to in the months I've had it on my phone. So going along here to the sides, we see we've got some, not super obvious Survivor branding. It's not that it's in bright yellow or something like that, but it's definitely visible in the right light. Coming around here to the bottom, I like the fact that we've got individual speaker holes here. Looks like our cutouts should be pretty well sized here for the lightning jack and the headphones. I'll try those out here in just a sec. Going around here to the side, we've got your volume up and down, and our mute switch. So mute switch, easy to operate, volume up and down. Slightly firm, but pretty typical for this kind of case. Not a lot going on the top. And coming around here, we got our sleep-wake. Wow, so far really liking the feel of this case, I gotta tell you. It feels really nice in the hand. The polycarbonate backplate is, for some reason, not all that slippery. I was worried that it was going to be slipperier, but it's really not. And the sides are where all your grip is. So this case is feeling very nice on. Let's just check those ports and see whether they're big enough for some headphones. Okay, got a whole bunch of things here to plug in. Now, I certainly would not expect there to be any kind of a problem here. And as you can see, we've got no problem whatsoever for these Incipio headphones. They go in easily. And these are some random headphones that I had in my drawer. I think they were free from American Airlines. They're going in, not giving me any trouble there. So I think that you're probably going to be in pretty good shape in terms of the headphones. Now, this is a third-party car charger cable, which did not fit into my Thule Atmos X3 case. And yay, it fits in the Griffin Survivor Core. So that is really excellent, actually, because it allows me to use my car charger. So there you have it, a surprisingly nice and firm-feeling case. Now, when I took it out of the box, just the feel of the case is so lightweight that you wonder how it can do a 6'6" drop. And I haven't dropped it, so I can't say that I've actually tested that aspect. But overall, in terms of daily use case, boy, it feels really nice. You don't have any kind of issues in holding it, and back of the case, really attractive. The one concern that I've read about is that the polycarbonate backplate is prone to scratching. But the nice thing is that it's clear, so even if you have a bunch of scratches, you're probably not going to be able to see them unless you take the case off, in which case, you'll notice them. But other than that, it's not that much of an issue. And you're going to have that pretty much with any polycarbonate case. So you really can't blame Griffin for that. But nice case, feels really good on. Overall, I would say that I probably prefer the feel of it to the Griffin Identity case, even though it's just a tiny bit longer, as you can see if we put them together. Still, and then part of that's just personal preference. I like the feel of the TPE firmer rubber as compared to the softer TPU rubber. So, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate having more subscribers. Thank you so much, and have a great day.